Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be the third video in this kind of series of Nami tips. The first one was just about laning phase, second one was about runes, and this one is going to be about the mid game and like team fighting, stuff like that. So first of all, before we start, I just want to say it's really cool that you guys are like posting in the comment section, asking questions, stuff like that. It's kind of the idea of these videos. They're kind of just like loose or whatever, and you guys can just ask whatever you want in the comment section, and I'm trying to answer everything. So yeah, that's awesome. So keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully these videos are helping. So the first one I just want to talk about real quick is whenever you go back to buy and you have mobility boots and sightstone, this is pretty much what you want to do every single time. So you just come from base, and you notice I'll have a pink ward also. I'm going to drop the pink ward right here, and then I'm just going to run into their jungle and get a deep ward. Right now it's actually kind of dangerous because Fizz is running top, but I'm kind of just YOLOing it right now, and I'm going to put a ward right here. And you'll see that this gives us vision of not only the Wraith camp, also of when he's coming into the jungle, when he's running away from his red, whatever. And normally I would try to get a deep ward down here, if you look at the minimap and see my cursor, down kind of across the red buff as well. But that's really risky right now, considering I don't know where Maokai is, their jungler, and their bot lane is pushed up and their mid lane is pushed up. So it would be really risky for me to go that far. Like, this is actually not that risky because I have mobility boots and the speed boost from Wanderer, which is why I always go 21 into utility for reasons like this. But yeah, I don't want to go too far. So we'll see. I think the next thing is 1440. Right now I'm just communicating what I have up and what Nami does have up. So I'm pretty much just telling Triss that if we fight, they will have the upper hand right now. And we see Nami backing-ish. I'm not really sure, but basically I sweep out this ward and we go for a dragon. We have control over, we just called Zed middle, and Maokai is shown top, so I just called to go do drag and with all my assist pings. And immediately after this is the key thing. Obviously the enemy team knows that we did drag, but they will not expect us to actually invade and like kill bottom. They're probably expecting us to just back like Fizz is about to do right now. Like you can see on the minimap, Fizz is backing, and I'm like, no, let's ping in to invade. I ping the path. Because we just saw Maokai top, Zed just died, so he'll be running back middle, and they probably have no idea that we're actually coming here. So Kha'Zix kind of jumps the gun right here, and I put this is actually a pretty crucial mistake. I rewinded too much there. I put my E onto Kha'Zix, but what I should have done is wait and then put it on Triss, because you'll see Triss jumps forward right now, and then put it on her right now, because she's going to get the auto off on... she pretty much has guaranteed autos, whereas Kha'Zix has a leap in, which he does get an auto off, and it's not really that big of a deal, but yeah, it's just the point, or the, how do you say it, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. But anyway, if we just look at the spell rotation here, first of all I use Ebb and Flow on Draven, just to burst him down to do the most damage possible. And then I tank tower, since I'm the support and I won't need to chase him to the tower to do damage. I land a wave on both of them. And then right here I get knocked up, so I can't, with the Aqua Prison, so I can't use my Q automatically to knock her out while she's knocked up. And then she gets knocked away by Triss, unfortunately. But had she not gotten knocked away, this bubble actually would have knocked her up. So that's just the basic idea, and you'll see how that plays out later in the game. Using your ultimate to knock them up first, so you get a guaranteed knock up with your Aqua Prison afterwards. So we get dragon. Well, we get one kill in middle, and then we snowball the end of the dragon, and then we snowball the pink ward control that we had and the deep ward control with these two wards right here, to know that we actually have the ability after dragon to, instead of backing, just go bottom and kill bot lane. So that's just classic roaming in the mid game right there. 1721. Alright, here is a invade into a fight at bot lane. So here again we have the same kind of vision control up, where we're seeing you can't actually see it on the screen, but above us we have a ward, and we have a ward right here as well. Triss is pushing bot lane, and we're trying to make a catch inside of their jungle, but we get spotted out by the whatever the hell that thing is called, scrying orb. And but yeah, I think I just run middle to wave clear right now because I'm trying to push or something. I'm not actually really sure what happens here. Yeah, I go middle to wave clear, and then I'm like, oh shit, I guess I should go bottom. I didn't think they were actually going to fight. But anyway, I'm coming bottom here, and this will be kind of like a mini team fight. Triss is going to die right here. I thought that Zed had no ult, but he actually did have ult. I use my E on the Kazakhs, not only the speed boost so that he can slow him. Flashes on, I give him the W as well, give him a speed boost and extra damage. And here I'm just like, why don't we just kill them? And yeah, put the E on Kazakhs. I get bubbled here, which is pretty bad. But I use the wave into the Q, which is exactly what you're going to do. And here's a slight misplay, but we'll replay it right here just so everyone can see again. Okay, so I put the E on the Kazakhs for the speed boost. I get bubbled here, which is not that big of a deal. I mean, it sucks, but I could have avoided it. Not to say that I couldn't have avoided it, but it's not the end of the world. And then here, I use my ultimate to hit up both of them. And that ultimate, while they're knocked up, I get the Q onto them. Guaranteed knockup, so they have no way to get away. And this W is actually a misplay. The reason why it's a misplay is because if you think about it, right, there's two allies and there's one enemy. So because it can only bounce from enemy to ally or ally to enemy, if there's two allies and one enemy, you should always use it on yourself. That way, or on another ally. That way, it would bounce from me to Kazakhs, or from me to Zed to Kazakhs. Whereas when I use it onto Zed, it only bounces back to me. And even worst case scenario, it could have even bounced to Zed to Kazakhs, and then I wouldn't have gotten healed, and then I would have died. So slight misplay right there. I think I do the same mistake later on in this video also, I'm not really sure. But that's just kind of analyzing the bounces, and if there are more allies than enemies in that sort of situation, you should probably be using it on an ally first. Next note is 1917. So this is a fight going on in the mid lane, and this is just another example of using your bubble properly, which is, you notice how much time I had to actually bubble here. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to wait until the knockup goes off from fizzes and then use my bubble. That way it's a guaranteed bubble. There's no point in me using it earlier, because why would I use it earlier when I can just guarantee it? Like, no one cares about your style of points or whatever. Nothing else is going to change here. So I have like a good 1, 2, 3 seconds where I could have casted it, and I take 3 seconds to cast it just because I know that he's going to get knocked up, and I know that I can get it guaranteed, so I might as well just do it. And then this snowball is kind of into an invade, so I guess we'll just keep this rolling. So after this, I'm just going to stay here and spam heals onto Fizz, which is why Mikhail's is so good, or Chalice in particular, the Chalice portion of it. So I'm just spamming heals onto him. He's back up to almost half HP now. Going in to get deep wards again, and I'll clear out this ward. And you notice I already have my trinket upgrade at this point, which is very important. And right now, basically the idea is Triss is pushing bottom. They have 2 people middle. They have no one bottom. Someone needs to go bottom to defend this turret. So if they come through this area to try to defend it, then me and Fizz are here to pick them off. So that's kind of the idea of this. And I also sweeped out both the ward at their race and the ward here if there was one. So they actually have no idea that we're here. I mean, they can infer that we're here since we just cleared out the ward, but on their mini-map, as far as they know, this is just all dark. So we're just kind of waiting here looking for a pick in between rotations, and notice my spam healing is putting Fizz out pretty much full HP at this point, in addition to his flasks. This kind of sucks though because Jace comes, and Jace is really fast. And that was a good knockback. And right here, I'm just going to tank the damage. I run up to him, so he's forced to hit me. So I take pressure away from anyone else on my team. And I immediately throw down the exhaust. The exhaust makes him do less damage to Triss here, and because she may have died there, I just go ahead and use my kills to save her. I honestly probably didn't need to use it, but I don't know. At the very least, I could have waited to see if the last egg was going to kill her. But yeah. And here, I think Fizz just gets destroyed. And we're running away. I get the bubble, but he runs straight into Zed. This is the point where I turn around for some reason. I thought he had Mobies, so I was like, I'll stop his Mobies, but at the same time I have Mobies too, so it was really dumb for me to do that. But I'm just running away here. I kind of bait Triss into fighting. I knock him off with my... Oh, this was the second example. This is the example where it actually matters that I misused my W. So in this case, we have the same thing. 2 allies, 1 enemy. That means I should be using my W on myself or an ally. That way it bounces the max amount of times. So here I knock him up. I get the heal from Triss. Nice. I should be using my E a little bit earlier here. But here you notice I use my W onto Maokai, and it only bounces to me. You'll see why this is bad in a little bit. Triss gets bursted down, and Triss ends up dying, because the bounce didn't go to her because I used it on Maokai instead of using it on myself. So that is an example of how important it can be to actually use the bounces on your W properly. Yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about for this video. It's probably already getting to like 10 minutes long or something. Yeah, I try to talk really fast, but hopefully this video helped you guys out in terms of your team fighting and roaming in the mid game. Since I always talk about things like deep wards and roaming early with mobility boots, stuff like that, I hope that this kind of gave you guys an idea of how to do it and kind of using the enemy's knowledge against them, and also just team fighting in general, proper usage of bubble and W, and ultimate too, I guess. So yeah, I think this will be the last video in my series of Nami things, unless something else comes up in the comment section that I feel I need to make a video about. But yeah, I will see you guys for the next video. See ya.